season so far.
Yeah, you know, I was watching him earlier. And I feel like Zinoto's such a great player. I don't remember the name of the guy he took a game off of him. I'm like, wow, this guy. Maybe he was better than I realized. But this guy took a game off him. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? You know, this should be like, you know, this is early pools. This should be pretty free for you. But of course, Zinoto is sponsored by Evil Geniuses for a reason, man. He's one of the best Diddy Kong players in the world. Unfortunate that you know, your competition is 0, so you're it's hard, but he's still an amazing player in his own right.
Yeah, he has a lot of interesting things too that he brings to the table. Like you can see that footstool setup he was going for there. One of the first days to really start pioneering those footstool setups. And as far as this matchup goes, he actually has a pretty decent track record. He has a few set wins on Cobra Freeze Cloud, so he definitely knows what he's doing against this character. Also, set wins over net as well in the Midwest.
And like you were saying, Tweek player to take it over 0, so it's going to be very hard. He's obviously very well versed in the Diddy Kong matchup.
Exactly.
And
Part of what makes him so scary too is he's, I don't know what it is, but over the course of the last few months, Tweek's ledge game has just gotten to like God level, I want to say. Definitely up there with like Zero, Mr. R, those types of players. So once he kind of pins Zinoto at the edge of the stage, he's going to take tons of damage, as you can see already.
And that banana coasting over Diddy Kong's head, so he didn't get the shield stun he was probably looking for, setting up for a free grab from Tweek. This is going to be hard because I feel like Diddy Kong is one of those characters where playstyle doesn't vary as much as some other characters. So, you know, if you can beat Zero's Diddy Kong, at the end of the day, Zinoto's going to be doing a lot of the same stuff. He's going to be pulling out the banana, trying to trip you with it, playing that Diddy Kong neutral. And if you have the answer to that, it's going to be very hard for Zinoto to kind of break through Tweek's matchup experience.
Definitely can see it right now. He's just spacing at a really safe range to where he can react to monkey flip, can space around fair, and then as soon as he notices Zinoto commit to a jump, he can just air him with a solid hitbox. Zinoto, though, he's staying alive here in this stock. All he really needs is, oh wow, catches him jumping though, yikes. I was gonna say all he really needs to do is just weigh out that landing and catch it with the clean down tilt, but Tweek had other ideas in mind.
I think it's really rough when you lose a stock to a Cloud, but he still has his limit. Like, he didn't lose the limit, he just lost to, you know, Cloud kind of outplaying you.
Yeah, and I don't know, I feel like Tweek, maybe all Clouds do this, but Tweek rarely just throws out the limit. I think he just prefers to have like the movement buff, and that whiff punish with the perk pivot away to grab it, catch it all, creeping in. Tweek moving really well. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, really, that's...
I want to say that's such with Zinoto, but I'm pretty sure Tweek was going to kill him regardless. Like, he actually had that cross slash lined up for the up B.
So the thing I hate about situations like that is they really could have went either way, because there's a pretty good chance that that explosion can get, you know, you can get stage spiked, and like no one's ready for that kind of stage spike or what that situation that you can't not prepare for. It's super random. But it ends up working out in Tweek's favor, and he ends up taking the first match. See what happens in game number 2.
Yeah, once Tweek just kind of got his engine started, it just looked like pretty much his game. Zone had a pretty strong start, but then once Tweek just started establishing the stage control, really forcing him to the ledge and getting his juggles, Zone really didn't get to do that much. So let's see if he can turn around this game, or is Tweek just going to continue the pressure? All right, just pass the cross slash setup, trying his best to force Tweek off stage, especially while he doesn't have to worry about the limit.
I think he's still worried about the limit, man. I think you should always have to worry about the limit. You know, even if he doesn't have it, if he's been charging it by getting hit or just charging it, then you know it's coming very soon.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see right now, again, Tweek not opting to just waste it. He's just going to use all of the buffs he gets from the increased movement. Make it very difficult for Zinoto to land. Calls out the monkey flip a mile away.
So I think Cloud would be a dramatically different character if he didn't charge up his limit by getting hit.
Yeah.
That would change a lot about the game, and that type of thing right there wouldn't even happen.
Yeah.
As you see, monkey flip kick right into the limit break cross slash. Very, very hard. Very hard read from Tweek, but that's what we were talking about earlier, that a lot of Diddy Kong players throw out those monkey flip kicks, and it's starting not to be as as effective as it used to be. People are starting to learn, man.
Yeah, I think what it comes down to is Diddy's aerial drift isn't really that good, and the best way he has to, you know, really accelerate that is with the monkey flip. So when you just want to get quick in someone's face, just kind of commit to that move, but they call it out, it's easily punished.
Did he? Where did he lose his? Oh, he jumped from the edge again.
Okay. Nice. Catches the neutral get up. Tweek applying a lot of pressure. Reads the roll in from the platform.
Dude, I love that. He knew that. You know, there's nowhere else you're going but rolling in towards this platform. Yep. So. That's crazy. He got the pivot grab on the edge of the platform. That means that was perfectly spaced. Tweek, I don't know what happened to Tweek since he's got a girlfriend, dude. Like, he just, the ultimate power-up,
and he gets out of the down tilt up smash. Like, I don't know. A lot of people say, oh, man, you get a girl, you're going to start playing worse. I don't know, man.
I think it affects everybody differently, man.
If Tweek's like the only person to misprove that.
I think the girlfriend was the limit break for Tweek.
Oh, my goodness. Limit breaks. Almost has the limit fully charged up. It's going to get forced off stage, but enough time to get it without even using it. Save the jump. Oh.
Forward throw will be enough.
Do it.
I mean, this was a great stock for him, putting on 118 on Zinoto. So still in a great position here. Zinoto needs to figure out something very soon.
Yeah, already knows Zinoto's plan. Force Cloud off stage right now, and then see if he can get that early stock. But
yeah, so much for that plan.
Not letting it happen.
It wasn't a very well thought out plan.
No. Super clean stuff there from Tweek, closing it out with the JV.
Zinoto's not looking too happy at all, man. You can tell he's like Tweek. He's definitely found like something that he cannot overcome here, because these last two matches has been so in Tweek's favor. Like, I haven't seen any situation in the match where it's like, wow, Zinoto, you know, that's what Zinoto needs to be focusing on. But he hasn't had any of that yet. He has nothing started. He hasn't found a hole or a chink in Tweek's armor. Yeah, it's really rough when you're playing against a Cloud and you can't even get your hands on him to even attempt to force him off stage. Oh, that banana canceling the cross slash. He was still matching B, so he got blade beam. I want to say, like, Tweek knew about that. Like, if that's a thing, then good stuff to Tweek. Wow, empty hops right over the forward air. Gets the grab and sets up the juggle. Yeah, it's a wonder when you see how, like, strong Tweek plays in this matchup. Like, how does Zero just make it look just so free sometimes? He's Zinoto shaking his head. And this is the definition of being on tilt, my friend. Like, Zinoto's such a good player, but you know, when stuff like that happens, especially after the first two games, it's like, all right. So you already struggled to take stocks off when you use this killing himself. If you're dropping your own stocks at low percent. Ooh, you see that short hop up air to cross slash. Oh my goodness, Tweek does not care. He just wants to destroy this guy right now. I hope Zinoto realizes that, like, he's down but not out yet. Like, you can definitely still Gimp Cloud, you know? Yeah, he actually had the edge guard there, but he just misplaced his down smash. While Tweek did not have the limit, he actually uses jump and everything. But opportunities like that, if you drop them, it's just going to make it even more difficult. Yeah, it looks like Zinoto's, every time he gets hit, man, I'm watching the player cam, it looks like it's affecting him more and more, man. Oh my goodness, no DI on the down throw at all. I think Zinoto kind of accepted his fate in that situation. Yep. Tweek is going to close that out with a solid 2-stock, 3-0, moving on in the winner's bracket. I think Zinoto is such a good player, but everybody has gotten so good now. It's hard. I don't really know what else to say. Yeah. Tweek really showed no weakness in that matchup. Not at all. There was not a time I really saw where Tweek was like forced into a disadvantaged position off stage to where he possibly could have gotten edge guarded. And in neutral, he was calling out pretty much all of Zinoto's approaches with like hard punishes. So yeah. Not much to say there. Just good stuff to Tweek. That was reason he's beating Zero, man. Dude. Yeah. Not even going to go. Do we? No replays. Okay. So, yeah, you guys need to see that again. Oh, no. All right. So we do need to have some replays. You know, like we said earlier, when a match is so decisive, it's like not a lot of replays to play. But let's see what we got. It's going to be a lot of Tweek, a lot of back airs coming out of Tweek. That's for sure. There it is. Man, Zinoto just having such a rough time. What do you see? Super random, dude. That could have happened where, like Tweek got stage spiked, and that could have been the end of the game right there. But what do you tell Zinoto after this match? What do you think Zinoto studies? He watches the set and he says, like, what is the weakness? What was he doing wrong? I feel like he was just losing neutral, but not for any particular reason. There was obviously that SD. Yeah, that happens. That happens. But like, what else? Like, I feel like most of it was just him getting outplayed by Tweek, and that's not. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It was just Tweek playing better in this particular set. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. Tweek has been elevating his play with every big event from what I've noticed anyway. So just more and more, he's becoming more of a force. Like, even I want to say right now, potential like top 10, top 8. But
moving on, I believe this is the loser's side. Elegant actually did drop to the losers in that set versus Kirihara. Rosalina versus Luigi always has been a problematic matchup for him in the past. So not too big of a shocker there.
Look at that. Dude, he's having a good ass time right now.
Yeah. T's in it. T's coming back from that crazy run at Civil War, which pretty much propelled him into the top 10 of the circuit point ranking.
Yeah.
I think he only fell out of the top 10 just recently from this past tournament. So pretty convenient for him to come back.
Dude, yo, T's putting me in a good mood right now, dude. I don't know what. He just